Hi guys, so today I want to talk about overcoming fear after recovery, after being in the rehab for 3 months. There's obviously that fear, the fear of what will people say about me, how can I handle that situation. So we'll start with the first question. What is fear? You know, of course, you have your own definition of fear, but fear is a natural emotional response to a perceived threat or danger. It can be physical, psychological, or emotional, and it often arises when facing the unknown, recalling the past traumatic experiences, or anticipating future difficulties. So that's the definition of fear. Facing the unknown, there's fear. Recalling past traumatic experiences, there's fear behind it. Anticipating future difficulties, there's fear behind it because we cannot see the future. So there are lessons, to every situation. So lessons learned from fear. Number one, fear can hold you back if you allow it to hold you back. Number two, fear is an illusion because if you get past that fear, you no longer carry that fear anymore. It eventually disappears. Number three, fear makes you very doubtful. You lack that trust. You become a very doubtful person. It derails you in whatever you are doing, and it's caused by what you've experienced earlier. Number four, fear can be overcome. Do you believe that fear can be overcome? That I'll let you answer yourself. Number five is that fear is something that is learned. You are capable of controlling it because that fear is irrational because there is no logic behind that fear. It's our mind being very, very imaginative. So another point, sometimes fear means that you will grow. It means growth because when we eventually work on it, we grow, we thrive, and we become even better. We become the best version of ourselves. Then things are never as bad as they seem. Fear, it makes something seems so bad, seems so fearful. Our imagination is usually a bit vivid, and it's more focused on the worst case scenarios. So imagination makes things worse. Then sometimes, another point is that sometimes when we think of the best case scenario, it will make things a lot easier. But if our mind is tuned into thinking more about negatives than positives, our imagination will always make things worse. But when our mind tunes into positiveness, we think of the best case scenarios. Then there is victory in defeating that fear. You'll feel good at the end of the day when you defeat that fear, because that fear, again, it does not define you. Such that the next time you feel afraid, you'll remember how you overcame that fear last time. If you are faced again in that same similar situation, you'll remember what you did to overcome that fear. Then that fear can actually help you form good coping mechanisms. So for example, the here and now principle, which is the 5-4-3-2-1 principle, which I talked about it in one of the videos. It says that 5 things that you can see. So maybe in front of you can see the TV, you can see the door. 4 things you can hear. Maybe you can hear children laughing, you can hear people talking. Number 3, 3 things that you can smell. Maybe you can smell dust, you can smell food. Number 2, it's 2 things that you can taste. Now maybe it was that cup of milk or coffee that you drank earlier. Number 1 is 1 thing that you can feel. The seat, you can feel the seat, or you can feel the floor. All right, let us continue. The other thing is you can challenge. Another coping mechanism to deal with that fear, you can restructure that thought, reframe that thought. You can challenge it, question it, is this thought real? What evidence does it have? What's the evidence behind that thought? Then you'll focus more on the logic perspective than focusing on the illogical part of that fear. Then, overcoming fear and stigmatization after recovery. There's that stigma, There's that stigma that brings the fear. So, facing the fear of relapse. So, recovery from any challenge, be it mental health struggles, there's also stigma in that, addiction, or a major illness, is a journey that requires immense strength and resilience. While achieving recovery, it is a milestone, achieving a recovery. It's a milestone. Many individuals grapple with lingering fears and societal stigma. So overcoming these fears and building confidence in one's recovery is essential for their long-term well-being. So how do you deal with this stigma? Stigma can be one of the biggest hurdles. It is there, Stigma is there, okay, in the society, especially after recovery. Whether from external sources or internalized beliefs, you can also stigmatize yourself, Stigma can really impact someone's self-esteem, and it can really hinder the progress that you have made. The internalized stigmatization and the externalized stigmatization. So here's how you can combat it. Number 1, educate yourself and others. Understanding that recovery, it is a process, it is not a one-day thing, it is a process. It takes 3 months or even 4 months. And educating people about your journey, can help them challenge these misconceptions. So help them understand that journey. Help them know. Be very transparent. Help them understand what you went through, what you did in order to finish the 3 months or the 4 months. Okay? Educate others. Number 2, surround yourself with support. Surround yourself with healthy support. Engage or surround yourself with people who uplift you and encourage you. Support groups, those friends that build you, those friends that that they build you and they'll be there for you no matter what. The family members who understand your journey and will constantly provide reassurance and motivation. Number 3, practice self-compassion. So self-compassion is the act of being kind to yourself. It's not other people showing you that kindness. It's you showing yourself that kindness, and giving that understanding. You understand yourself. Sometimes you find yourself, you judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. Understand yourself. Understand your emotions, understand why am I feeling as if when I get out of rehab or after I do this, people will say this and this about me. Understand yourself. Write down that emotion. analyze it, so that you can understand yourself better. And that is journaling and writing down that thought is an act of self-compassion. So, and do not let others' judgments define you. Remind yourself that you have come a long way and deserve that kindness and patience. Number 4, set healthy boundaries. Protect your mental health by avoiding situations or individuals who bring negativity or remind you of past struggles in a discouraging way. So avoid them. People who keep on reminding, hey, you remember that time you were nini, hey, and you were so fun. Hey, right now, actually, you're not fun. Those people, create healthy boundaries. Create healthy boundaries with them, okay? Because those people do not respect where you are from. They do not respect you for who you are now. Because now you have a new identity. You've worked on yourself and you are a better version of yourself than you were before. So be strict, because it is you. Because when they say that and then you feel, hey, okay, these people, or maybe I should, hey, now that is an issue. Because it will be you who will now suffer and go back to relapsing, okay? So create those healthy boundaries for yourself. Number 5, seek professional guidance. Go to a therapist, see that therapist. They will help you. They are not there to judge you. They are there to give you that safe space, that safe environment to open up, to speak, to get new ways of managing what you are feeling, the kind of emotions that are overwhelming you. They can provide strategies. They will actually provide strategies to help you navigate through that stigma, through that fear, and through every other thing that you are going through. So, engage in advocacy and awareness efforts. So, if you feel ready, join an advocacy program or initiatives to reduce stigma. They can really help you, not only you, but also others out there who are struggling with addiction. There are people out there who they don't know how to stop. They don't know even how to start to stop that addiction. So you are now the role model, to be there for that person out there. Help them to know what to do, where to start, and also remember to be patient with them, because remember, maybe they are still in denial that they need help, but if there is one out there who is just waiting for someone to help them, someone who will not judge them, someone who is just ready, just help them, be their role model. You never know. Yes.